I am in absolute shock, guys. This may look like an absolutely normal beach to you. We are here on Karon Beach in Phuket. But to me, this is night and day, because the last time that I was here was April of 2021, during the pandemic, when there were very few tourists in Thailand because they had a 2-week quarantine to get in, and this beach was absolutely empty. A lot of times I was actually the only person on it because I was staying at, say hi to my dad.
Hi guys.
I was staying at this hotel just over my shoulder called Beyond Karon, and there was maybe like 3 or 4 other tourists staying there. It's a 4-star hotel, very nice hotel, and at the time I was able to stay there for about $50 US a night, and now the price is about $250 to $300 US because we are here during the busy season and it's almost the new year. So a complete world of difference. I really can't get over it. Dad, this is your first time in Phuket. What are your first impressions so far?
Very amazing. Really nice beach. Lots of people. Nice fine sand, so it's easy on the feet.
Yes, it is understandable why Phuket is so popular with tourists, especially a certain demographic of tourists, which we'll get into in just a minute. But it almost feels like nothing happened, like things just went back to normal, and even more new businesses have popped. And to me, that's just crazy how they were able to do it in less than 2 years. So in today's video, I'm actually going to give you guys a sort of side-by-side comparison of how things used to be the last time that I visited here and how it is now. But outside of that, I also wanted to touch on the other big difference that has taken place specifically here in Phuket, where there has been a mass immigration, if you could call it that, from Russia because of the war. And also, of course, that has driven up the prices. So it is much more expensive to vacation in Phuket. So with no further ado, let's get into it. I'll give you guys a little tour of the beach here. We'll head on the main drag towards Kata area and show you the crazy changes. So here we are on the main road between Karon and Kata Beach. The entrance to my old hotel Beyond Karon is just in front there. And as you can see, this street is absolutely teeming with life. There are so many different businesses. Like, there's not even one vacancy that I have seen on this street compared to the last time when nothing was open here. Staying at this hotel, I actually had to walk a good 15 minutes to get to the closest 7-Eleven, and there was only a handful of restaurants that were open at the time. Of course, it was great to have the beaches to yourself and have prices be so low, but of course there wasn't really that much to do when I was staying here, and a lot of the excursions were also not going. So an absolute world of difference between the two extremes, and somehow I highly doubt that it is ever going to be as empty as it was back in 2020 and 2021. We have arrived to Kata Beach, and what a difference this beach is as well compared to when I was here. To be fair, there was actually a bit of a surf school going on when I came here. It was a bit busier than Karon, but it was still nothing like this. This is definitely the calmer beach of the two. It's not as deep as Karon is. And tomorrow, me and my dad will be actually having a beach day here because this is a safe beach for my dad, right?
That's what you tell me.
My dad can't swim and does have a bit of a phobia of the water, so we're hoping that this beach will be better for him.
I don't have a phobia of water, it's just drowning.
Well, I think the two and two go together. So yeah, we will be going for a swim here at Kata Beach probably tomorrow, but just wanted to give you guys a view because this is one of the most famous beaches in Phuket. So what do you think, Dad? Shall we find a fruit smoothie since it's pretty hot out today? Over there, what do you want?
I'll probably do the watermelon.
Watermelon, sounds good. A papaya.
Papaya.
Swadika. Can I please get 2 watermelon? Yes. Yeah. Kopenka, thank you.
Kopenka.
Oh, you got it right, Dad?
Yeah.
What do you say since you're a guy?
Cup.
Kopenka.
I should try some of these other real mixtures.
Yeah. But you like your watermelon.
Yeah.
Certainly one of the strangest parts about being back in Phuket and compared to other places in Thailand that I've been to, because I went all in the north of Thailand last year. I also spent a few weeks in Bangkok. But being here in Phuket, I swear I hear more Russian than almost any other language, like even more than Thai. Maybe it's just my brain picking up more on Russian, but I swear that is the dominant language that I've been hearing. What's even more surprising is that I've actually heard some Thai people that have learned, some Russian to attract customers to their business, and, that's not something that I've really heard before. So for those of you who aren't aware, Phuket was always very popular with Russian-speaking people, and I say Russian-speaking people because it's not just nationals of Russia, it's also people like myself who are, originally from Ukraine but have ethnic Russian roots and speak Russian. There's also people from Kazakhstan, from Uzbekistan. This has been a popular place for that demographic to visit. But ever since conscription started happening in Russia, which I think was the end of 2022, from that period to early 2023, there has been a huge influx of Russians, and especially Russian men, that have come here to Phuket. I'm not going to get too political in this video, but I think most of you guys know how I feel about the current situation, obviously being born in Ukraine, having family in Ukraine right now. But in no way, shape, or form does that suddenly make me, hate Russians on a whole. That would actually basically mean hating myself, because ethnically, I guess I am a bit more Russian than I am, Ukrainian. Like, both my parents were born in Russia, but then, you know, my grandparents were born in Ukraine. So I'm a mixture of both, like, I really am. So I find it very strange when people, you know, hate a whole group as if, you know, the actions of a government speak for everyone in that country. Now, having said that, I don't doubt that there are so many Russians, maybe even a large percentage, you know, in Russia who actually do agree with their government and want the kind of atrocities that are happening to be committed. Obviously, I'm not talking about those people, but I would just make the assumption, and I think it is correct, that the majority of, you know, the Russians that are here probably do not agree with the actions of their government. If they're just on vacation, well then maybe, but if they have actually chosen to move, you know, to Thailand to get out of the country, then I assume they are at least somewhat against the war. Or at least they're against being conscripted, which is, you know, a whole other conversation. I don't believe that people should be forced to go to war, so maybe they do believe in it but don't personally want to fight. That's obviously, you know, hard to know. But now we kind of have the question of how does this affect the local population here? How does this actually affect Thai people who are now having, you know, prices of real estate significantly rise? There's more Russian-run businesses that are now competition. I've also heard that there's some shady stuff going on where people are either working when they're supposed to be on tourist visas, or they're not getting, you know, the proper paperwork for the kind of stuff that they're doing here. So that's obviously very bad, and in no way do I condone that, even though I have sympathy that for some people, you know, they don't have a lot of options. At the end of the day, this is Thailand and this is their country, and they should kind of have first priority so that their well-being and, you know, businesses are taken care of. So whatever happens for the months and years going forward, I hope that at least people can be following the law and integrate themselves in a way so that it doesn't harm, you know, the local population, or at least employ local people and pay them a fair wage. Let me know in the comments what you guys actually think about this whole situation that is happening more or less worldwide, where, you know, people from different countries are moving to new countries and kind of, you know, becoming the dominant sort of culture in those places. Of course, Canada and the States are more or less like a melting pot of a lot of different types of people, but in other countries it is, you know, predominantly one culture over the next. I know it's a bit of a controversial subject, so I just ask that you guys please be respectful in the comments, because at the end of the day, we're all people and we're all just trying to make, you know, a happy life for ourselves, you know, in a peaceful place in the world. So for nostalgia's sake, we are going to go to the Russian restaurant that I went to when the pandemic was going on. One of the few places that was open and did have super delicious food. So let's give it a try once again. Panika for 2 people. Right, thank you. When's the last time that you had Russian food, Dad? Kopenka.
When you were at your grandma's.
Oh, I mean, that's years ago.
Yeah.
Really? You haven't had any really... Well, I guess when you came to Calgary, when you dropped me off, Mom did cook for you.
Yeah,
so.
your mom did cook. So,
yeah. But that's a few years ago,
yeah,
so.
It is.
It's been a while. So yeah, this was the place that I went to, and I think this restaurant has been around for quite some time. I assume it is Russian owners because the food is legit. Of course, they have Thai food as well, and I do like that they have, you know, a full Thai staff. So as long as they're paying them a good wage, it's great that they're, you know, giving jobs for locals. And as you can see on the menu here, of course, we got borscht, which, you know, traditionally is a Ukrainian dish, but super popular in Russia as well. Gorokhovy soup, which is like pea soup, really popular. They have like homemade cutlets. They have grechka, which is like buckwheat. Yeah, basically, I mean, they got legit stuff, and if it's as delicious as it was the last time I was here, I would highly recommend. Look at that, guys. That is, from the looks of it, a proper bowl of borscht, and I can't tell you how rare that is to find in Southeast Asia. Now let's see if it actually tastes legit, because the last time I was here I did not try it. Also got to put in some sour cream, as you do. And this is a pork borscht, I believe. Sometimes you can have it with chicken, but this one is pork. Here we go. That's nice. That's actually really, really nice. Wow. I really miss, to be honest, like Ukrainian and Russian food when I'm traveling. Because in general, for whatever reason, Ukrainians and Russians don't seem to want to open restaurants abroad. Like in Canada, even though we have so many Ukrainians, especially in the prairies, there's not like really that many restaurants where you can get this kind of food. So please, more people from Eastern Europe, please open restaurants, at least in Canada, is what I would like to see more of. So my dad's dish has arrived. Chicken Kiev, pretty basic but pretty tasty. It's more or less like chicken rolled up with garlic, butter on the inside, and then breaded and deep fried. A safe but delicious choice. Do you want to give us a taste test?
Sure. Good.
Yep, tasty?
Yep.
So what was some of your first impressions of like Slavic food when you first came to Ukraine?
It's good always. Well, we're used to some pierogies before anyway, so pierogies are always good.
Mm-hmm. What about the heavy mayonnaise salads?
Not mayonnaise. I'm not a mayonnaise. Well,
not for you.
Lots of Canadians like mayonnaise, but not me.
Not you. And last but certainly not least, I got what I got last time, which is pelmeni, which is like Russian dumplings. And these are more authentically Russian from my understanding. Like vareniki or pierogies, as we guess we call them in the West, those are more Ukrainian, and pelmeni is Russian from my understanding. And in true Slavic culture, look how much food I ordered us. Gotta feed you.
Yeah.
I'm already a Ukrainian grandma.
Yeah, your grandma was like that. Have to eat.
Eat, and eat some more. You're so skinny, надо кушать, надо кушать. But yeah, if you guys want some good Russian food, I would definitely recommend this place. Well, unfortunately, I don't think we're having a sunset, but it is still a beautiful evening, and we had a very long, lovely walk around Phuket today, right, Dad?
Yeah, right. Fabulous today.
I'm really making you work hard, aren't I?
Yeah, my feet are sore today.
Everybody always says that I'm too rough on my dad, but I feel like that's why you're so young. That's why at 76, you're in as good a shape as you are.
You have to do it or you lose it.
See, thank you guys for everybody saying I'm too hard on him. I'm trying my best to like just get close to the line of pushing him, hard but not past his limit.
And if I couldn't or didn't want to do it, I wouldn't.
There we go.
My decision.
He can advocate for himself. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it gave you some insight of how Phuket has, changed, obviously, from about 2 to 3 years ago. Tomorrow we will be chilling on the beach. Dad, are you looking forward to that?
Oh, yes.
We're just gonna have a lax day tomorrow, and the next thing that you guys will see coming out is actually our amazing 5-star villa stay. That was fabulous, right?
Oh, unreal.
That's why people come to Phuket, for experiences like that. So stay tuned for our amazing villa experience coming out next. And as always, I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and keep being your own kind of beautiful. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.